We have to distinguish reality from the part that is phony. There is no evidence of any political decision maker who was involved in any of those decisions. And I think the attempt to try to keep finding that evidence is creating the kind of sense of a phony scandal that was being referred to there.
Well, Republicans heard the Treasury Secretary and want to know, well, which is phony? The scandal that Mr. Liu doesn't seem to think is a scandal, or the investigation that doesn't appear to be doing much investigating into that scandal? This targeted Tea Partier wants to know, too, because Tim Savelio has been waiting for months for someone to call him in. And, Tim, I guess you're still waiting, aren't you?
Been waiting for 3 years, Neil.
Yeah, you know there's this investigation supposedly going on. And it's been going on for a few months now, so you would think that by now the number of Tea Party groups, which wasn't, infinite, at least its heads and principal players, of which you're one, would have been called, emailed, questioned, and you have not been, have you?
Not from the FBI, not from the IRS Inspector General, not from anybody.
Tim, do you think there is an investigation going on?
Well, I think the House is doing an investigation, but I certainly don't have any evidence that the FBI is performing an investigation, or any evidence, frankly, that a very robust investigation is going on by the IRS itself.
So when you hear the Treasury Secretary, Tim, say this is a phony issue, I'm paraphrasing here, and the president saying much the same to the New York Times, what do you think?
Well, it's not phony in our minds. We've been living with this for 3 years. We had to answer the questions, put all the hours into gathering the information together. I haven't heard from the IRS in well over a year. So I think by anybody's book, that would be termed a scandal.
So when you were sort of scrutinized, they were looking into every sort of detail imaginable for your group. Explain just a couple of them.
Well, they ask questions. First of all, they start out that you must sign it under penalty of perjury. So that's daunting in itself. So you're very careful in how you answer the questions. They asked us a question, which most people are familiar with, about a private citizen, Justin Bennick Thomas, who had no connection to our group whatsoever and wanted to know what our relationship was. Well, simple to answer, the relationship was none. But why are you asking about a private citizen, and what door does that open up? Secondly, they asked appropriately, were the board members a member of any other nonprofit group, or had held political office? But then they veered off into one of the sub-questions asking about family members. Well, at what point does it stop, and how do you answer that? How do you answer that question? And they also asked, not only were you a member today, but did you plan on in the future? How can I answer that question under penalty of perjury? I don't have a crystal ball.
Amazing. Tim, hang in there. Eventually, I think you'll be getting that phone call. But very good having you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, no